You're hearing voices?
Just the one.
The doctor in Geneva thought it was a leftover Drew memory, not the tumor.
Okay, so this voice, do you recognize it?
I sure do. It's Peter August.
What does he say?
He talks about your brother Drew. He talks about you. Kevin Collins set up a visit for me in Geneva to see a specialist named Dr. Kirk. He's the doctor who treated Dante for his PTSD and treated Lisa Lobrecht for being Lisa Lobrecht. And I only saw this guy once, but his theory was that the voice in my head was a side effect of the memory mapping.
When Drew's memories were implanted into Franco's brain by Shiloh and Arthur Cabot.
I mean, that all kind of tracks for me. But how does Peter fit in?
I don't know. I mean, I never had a second visit with the guy.
Why not?
Because Dr. Kirk was murdered.
I know Cameron is really upset at the thought of you moving out, so I'm just going to go check on him, okay?
All right, let me see if I have this straight. Dr. Kirk treated Dante and Lisa Lobrecht. You have one meeting with him, and he ends up dead.
Yeah. Swiss police said he was the victim of a mugging, and no, I'm not the one who mugged him, if that's what you're thinking. Actually, I have no idea what it is you're thinking.
Are you being treated by a doctor at GH right now?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him that you're hearing Peter's voice?
Yes, I did.
Why wasn't that a part of Peter's invader story on you?
Maybe he didn't think it was newsworthy.
Or maybe he just missed that part in the file.
No, Peter didn't get any of this from a file. I'm the one who told him that I could hear his voice in my head.
So you told Peter that you were hearing his voice in your head?
Yeah, I did. It's not like I was, talking to a priest in a confessional. It just kind of came up in casual conversation. I don't see what the big deal is. What does it matter if I hear his voice in my head or Bruce Springsteen? What does it matter to Peter August?
I couldn't tell you what goes through Peter's head.
What does that even mean? You only care about what's in Franco's head because he's the threat?
Okay, I don't think that's what you said.
Honestly, Jason, did you come here looking for answers? Or did you come here with your mind already made up?
For your sake and the boy's sake, I hope Franco gets better. I'll be in touch.
Hey, Jason, if Dr. Kirk is right, and the voice in my head is just a leftover Drew memory, then what? What are you going to do about it?
Just take care of your family, and I'll take care of everything else.
Franco, you don't have to leave
Yeah, but I
the
do.
house. I don't want
I
this.
do.
The boys don't want
Yeah,
this.
nobody wants this. This is the hardest thing that I have ever done in my life. But whether it was a reflex or a nightmare or the tumor growing back, I attacked Cameron, and it was violent. It was awful. And what if that had been Jake? What if that had been Aiden? I would never forgive myself. You would never forgive me. We talked about this. And I'm never gonna risk hurting someone I love as much as I love you and as much as I love these boys. And I'll be back. I will be back as soon as I know that I'm not a risk to any of you.